Most discoveries begin in spaces like this, a quiet study where the only movement is dust drifting through a beam of sunlight. In the back of a grandfather's drawer, a boy finds a heavy iron key. Its surface is dark with a deep patina, and its wording is far more complex than any modern lock in the house. Mechanically, a key is a specific solution. Without its lock, the solution is suspended, pointing to a non-existent door. Comparing this intricate iron profile to flat modern keys reveals a vast chronological distance. It was built for a mechanism intended to stay hidden. Finding this key forces a choice. It acts as a physical prompt, a piece of a grandfather's history that can only be understood if the boy finds the specific coordinate where it belongs. Nightfall changes the geography of the home. The boundaries of the yard blur, and the familiar domestic world gives way to the uncertainty of the woods. Then a glow appears. A tiny, bioluminescent butterfly begins beating against the rain-streaked window, trying to signal something on the other side. The boy follows. He leaves the house behind, crossing the threshold into the dark to keep the small light in sight. The path leads away from the manicured lawn. Very quickly, the soft grass is replaced by the tangled roots and low-hanging branches of the untamed forest. In the middle of the dense tree line, standard landmarks disappear. The only way to maintain a sense of direction is to focus entirely on the erratic, glowing flight path ahead. The butterfly moves with a clear, rhythmic purpose. It functions as a navigational beacon, pulling the boy through a landscape where he would otherwise be completely lost. Deep in the forest, the trees begin to thin. The terrain opens up into a silent, wide clearing that feels significantly older than the surrounding woods. The butterfly stops at a massive, ancient tree that dominates the center of the clearing, its trunk glowing with a faint, internal light. Looking closely at the rough bark, the boy finds an impossible detail, the thin, perfectly straight seam of a concealed door. He fits the iron key into the wood. It slides home perfectly, the machined metal meeting a keyhole hidden within the organic bark. In nature, wood grows and shifts, which should have crushed a lock like this years ago, yet the mechanism remains perfectly aligned with the key. The boy turns the iron bow. The weight of the door is immense, but the hinges move without a sound. This is no longer just a tree. It is a highly specialized vault, an organic structure designed to protect whatever is kept behind that iron lock. As the door swings wide, the darkness of the forest is replaced by a surge of warm, golden light. Behind the bark is a room from another era, his grandfather's childhood bedroom. Every toy, every book, and every pencil is exactly where it was decades ago, held in a state of total stillness. This is what we might call a temporal vault. The diagram shows how a specific set of experiences can be transferred into a physical coordinate. In this system, the memory is no longer stored in the mind, but is preserved within these specific walls. The items here show no signs of age. The dust hasn't settled, and the sunlight through the window never shifts. The room exists in a repeating, frozen state, exactly as it was the moment it was sealed. By walking into the forest and finding this door, the boy has physically entered the world his grandfather lived in. He is standing in the exact same light, touching the same objects, closing the gap between their two lives. The past hasn't disappeared. It remains held in these hidden geographic pockets, waiting for someone to find the right path